Hi, today I want to take some time to explain the fundamental difference between coaching and systems design. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your overwhelm might not actually be a personal challenge or a personal failure, but a design flaw. And you can start to redesign the structures around you to support your growth instead of hindering it. Hi, I am Kalima Fergus Ayele, CEO and founder of Round Trip Ticket Home, where we use design thinking tools to support leaders and individuals in designing the systems for a better life. I have grown up in the United States. My home is Brooklyn, New York, and I've had the privilege and opportunity to spend some years living in the Caribbean, as well as serving as a Peace Corps volunteer in Tanzania, East Africa. I also later on worked in South Africa, Lesotho, in Egypt, and soon to be will be working in Morocco. I'm here today to share with you what I call the coaching limit. Traditional coaching focuses on the individual. It's about your resilience, your time management, and your inner work. These are all very important. In fact, they're essential, but it assumes that the environment around you is fixed and that all you have to do is change the way you're showing up in order to improve your life experience. In systems design, we're taking another approach. We're saying not only do you have to do the inner work, but you also have to do the external work as well. I just want to give you some context for this conversation. Early in my career, I actually sought out support and coaching because I was feeling overwhelmed. I was teaching in a new culture and really felt like I was having a hard time connecting with my students in that environment. And so a group of us got together and we just started working on our pedagogy and our classroom management together. We would meet regularly, we would videotape or visit each other in classes, and then we would spend time talking about the things that we could try doing. What I didn't recognize then was that was the first experience I had with some of the principles of design thinking. I had an opportunity to observe what was happening, to get some internal and external feedback about my practices, and then test out different solutions, and then take time to observe how those solutions were impacting my experience in real time. A few years later, I had an opportunity to do a design thinking experience in that same country. It gave me the larger context for how this could work. It showed me that by going through the process of design thinking, stage 1, which is empathize and define the problem, stage 2, which is ideate and imagine a different solution or outcome, and then stage 3, which is innovate and test those solutions. After going through that process, I realized the impact that this could have on schools around the world. I eventually, over time, developed my own skills in practicing design thinking as a school leader, and eventually came up with a way to share that training and gift and talent with others. And so I'm excited to share that journey with you. And for me, there is no desired outcome other than to give you the opportunity to design the life that you want to live. I have to say that there is a narrative around power and sovereignty in our country. And that narrative is that somebody else has the power, somebody else is supposed to fix all the problems, and somebody else is eventually going to come up with the solutions. I hope we all recognize that that's just not true. No one is coming to save us. And at the end of the day, we're the ones who are responsible for designing the world that we want to live in. So I want to talk a bit about the difference between coaching and architecture. When we talk about designing systems, instead of teaching you a new habit to manage a messy system, a design thinking approach would actually look at the system itself and ask, why does this process exist? Is there another way that we can eliminate the friction that's coming up? And if we build the system and the habits, we don't have to carry the full weight of this challenge. A systems designer looks for the leaks, looks for the energy leaks. In a building, when you have a leak, it can destroy the foundation over time. In leadership, those friction points or energy leaks, like redundant meetings, or unclear decision making, they can destroy your energy. So what we do is we audit the systems to find out where the energy is leaking. And finally, we are able to design systems that better support our human complexity. As humans, we are awkward, messy, and complex. We're not perfect. We're not robots. And so what we need to do is make sure that the systems that we're designing benefit us as humans. If the systems that we have don't account for our need for rest, joy, and connection, it's not a system that's designed for us. It's just a cage. I just want to take a moment to remind you of your own humanity. You are more than just a human doing. You are a human being. You are the designer of your own life. If you feel like you're constantly fighting an uphill battle, maybe it's time for you to redesign the life that you're living. Your action step. I want you to look at your calendar for the coming week and find one recurring commitment that drains your energy or feels heavy. And just ask yourself, if I were the designer of my life experience, how would I redesign this so that it's more effortless? If you'd like to learn more about the specific tools of design thinking, or even to join me in a live workshop, I have one coming up pretty soon, and the link is going to be in the description. So join me on Substack, join my live workshop, and I will see you around the campfire. Take care.